Happy Sunday, everybody. So today's Father's Day, and we have to give a special shout out to the fathers in the building. Starting off with my husband. I want to wish him a happy Father's Day. He's an amazing man, great faith and integrity and strength, character. I want to shout out my dad. Happy Father's Day, Daddy-O. So just to acknowledge Father's Day today, I wanted to ask him a couple questions, let him give us insight on Father's Day and what it means to him and what joys he has being a father. So, happy Father's Day, honey.
Nice to have happy Father's Day.
All right, tell me what Father's Day means to you.
Well, it means a lot. It means a lot, you know. I can't just describe it in words, but it means so much to me. You know, it's kind of a value that God has placed on my shoulder as a man to not just be a father but a dad. You know, so today everybody can be a father, but not everybody can be a dad.
Yeah.
So I'm so honored that I have that privilege of being a father to our children and a dad.
So tell me, when you first became a father, what was that like for you?
It was a scary moment. It was a scary moment, you know, getting to experience things I never thought of in life. And it was kind of a mirror for me to see how I transcended into my adulthood from my childhood. You know, the troubled times we gave to our parents. So I'm kind of like, it was kind of a tutorial stage for me in life. So I used our kids to get to know the kind of life we lived when we were growing up.
What was the promise that you made to yourself?
The promise I made to myself is to be a loving father, a faithful and God-fearing husband, a champion, and a family ambassador.
What was the other promise you once told me? That you want to make sure your children...
Never... Our children?
Yeah? What was it that you told me one time? He told me once that he wants to make sure that his children, their life, supersedes his childhood.
Obviously.
He wants to make sure they have more than enough.
Because I never had a childhood. So I want to make sure that those things that I wasn't privileged to have. I never used a car seat, for instance. I didn't know what a car seat was, you know. So growing up, you know, they just tied you on the back and that is it. There was nothing like a car seat in Nigeria. Then I grew up in Nigeria. Hello. So, but I want to make sure that...
Shout out to all my Nigerians out there.
Exactly. I want to make sure that the kids, you know, supersedes and those things we weren't privileged to enjoy, you know, that they enjoyed it. And there wouldn't be any reason for failure. That giving them all the necessary support, all the necessary tools to make it in life. You know, teach them how to be responsible and good citizen and good family ambassador.
Wonderful.
That's my dream.
Tell us about one moment that with your children that you like, one moment that just you cherish that you've had.
Honey,
there's many more to have, but what's that one moment that you're like, oh my God, that just warmed my heart, that just made me cry, what one moment can you share about Ariana and about Henry Jr. that you just will hold on to it forever?
Well, Ariana once told me that, she said, Dad, no matter what, you are the best and I'll always love you. And when you look at your kids and you try to be the best father, you try so much to work so hard to make sure you give them the best, and they remind you you're the best. They look up to you and say, hey Dad, you're my hero. You know, you're my mentor. I can look up to you. Like I said, it's okay, everybody can be a father, but can you be a mentor to your kids? So when they look at you and say, you are my hero, you're my mentor, I look up to you, you know, that makes your heart. My wife usually says, Craig, hello. That makes you happy, you know. So when I carry my son, Henry Jr., and he looks at me, even when I want to flip him, you know, he looks at me, he feels so relaxed. He reminds me that he's safe in my heart, you know. So I want to make sure that he remains safe in my heart as my son. You know, so looking at them and they trusted my judgment to lead them to adulthood is kind of, it reminds me how God takes care of us, how God wants us to trust them. Junior is how many months old, but he trusts me to take his decision. He trusts me to choose food for him. He trusts me to clothe him. He trusts me to take his decision. So it reminds me, this is how we should trust God and let God decide for us. Let God think of what we're gonna eat. Let God think of when it's best time for us to go to sleep. So if we can carry our burdens to him, he's the burden bearer. And if he has enough shoulder for me to lean on. So my son reminds me of that. He reminds me the need to give it all to God, you know, and worry less. Because when I look at him, even when I'm driving now, he's sleeping. He believes in my ability to take him to the next level. But I'm panicking, I'm like focusing. But he's sleeping, Junior is sleeping. You know, so God wants us to sleep while he pilot the affairs of our destiny, while he leads us to the destiny. Listen, as long as we are alive, our destiny is still in force. Destiny ends when you die. So God wants us to let him carry it, let him lead us through, let him take us to the next level. That's one thing this man, young man, teaches me every day. Henry Jr. teaches me that. You know, born premature, he's a fighter. So, you know, coming to see him and see how he perseveres, how he trusts God, you know, allow the nurses to take care of him, allow the parents to nurse him to this stage. That's a wow moment. So I'm learning every day. You know, so I can go on and on to talk.
Shout out to your fellow fathers.
My fellow fathers? Well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to my father-in-law. He's a warrior. Well, he fought the Biafran War. Hello. So I want to give him a shout out. He's such a good man. He's a definition of fatherhood, and I want to thank God for him and bless God for his life. I want to thank every daddy, not just a father, being a father. You can father a child, but you cannot be a dad to that child. So I want to thank every daddies in the world who, in the good time and the bad time, have supported their families, have done everything necessary to make sure they are there for the kids. I want to salute you. And I want to let you know that your reward is not just in heaven, it's on earth. Those kids you are raising, they will turn back to raise you at old age. They will turn back to nurse you. So the greatest investment you are doing is in your children. You know, human investment is the greatest project you can embark on. So don't give up, you know, and keep your heads up. And believe in God that one day you will see light at the end of that tunnel. Bless you, fathers. And thanks to my gorgeous wife, you know, she's such a great support system. I can't be who I am today if not for her. She reminds me every day that I'm the best. I'm the best father, and I'm the best husband, and that makes me want to do more. Even when I don't think I deserve those praises, but I just thank God. I told her this morning, honey, blessed is the man who is blessed with a good wife. And I count myself blessed for having a good wife. I always want to go home to enjoy her troubles. Hello.